up there in time, Spider-Man.
Watch me cut my web, Goblin.
Watch yourself fall, Silk Slinger.
Gotta stop the bombs in time.
If I don't get you, webhead, my diagnosis will.
Holy Hannah!
And you're running out of fluid.
Is this more action than even Spider-Man can handle?
Spider-Man, a video game from Parker Brothers, the ones to beat.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Does he listen to the Nostalgia Funhouse? Of course he does, because he's Spider-Man. Hello, it's the Nostalgia Funhouse. I'm Johnny. He's Andrew. Andrew, we're starting a fun month, and it's going to be Spider-Man v. Batman. Who's going to come out on top? We'll find out all month long.
Yes, we are. And we're starting off today with the Rogues Gallery of Spider-Man villains. Because I think Batman and Spider-Man, even though I have a I don't know if it's a hatred, kind of like a dislike for Spider-Man that my mother has installed into me if you listen to other episodes, how he used to pin me down and let spit drool out of his mouth while he's wagging his tongue going, I'm Venom. So not a big fan. Not a big fan.
All right. I love Spider-Man. Of course, I was the older brother, so I never had to deal with that. But I think that what you were trying to say is no matter where your allegiance lies in this, Spider-Man v. Batman, I think it's universally agreed that these two have the best and most iconic rogues gallery of comic book characters. Yeah.
And we are going to battle. So this week will be Spider-Man. Next week will be Batman. Really hoping Calendar Man wins for Batman. And then we are going to take the winner from each one.
If Condiment King is not on that list, I'm going to be very mad.
Who?
Condiment King. You don't know Condiment King?
I think I've seen him.
He's great.
I think I've seen him. Batman, is that like a Batman Brave and the Bold one?
He's been around for a while. He's fought he even fought the Teen Titans at one time too.
That's where I've seen him from. That's where I've seen
I think he was on an episode of Teen Titans once, if I'm thinking right. Yeah.
But and then I think the next or after we're done with both of Rogues Gallery, we'll discuss take the winner for both, discuss who do we think will win. And then also let's do top 5 as well. Top 5 favorite from each. So then we can do that and then move on from there. So Jonathan,
now go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you want to get into the tournament here?
I do. Let's get into this tournament. I will say I pride myself on how nerdy I can be when it comes to comic books. Like I've read a lot of Spider-Man and I've read a lot of Batman. So it blows my mind that there's going to be some of these that I'm not going to know, like our first one here.
Yeah. Also, I was supposed to have 32 and I thought I had 32, but I actually only had 31. So one guy gets a free pass round.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm excited to
know
who that
girl.
is.
I'm sorry. One guy or girl.
We don't know who. We'll find out.
Yes.
One of the iconic characters in Batman is Black Cat, and that's who we got there. Versus,
you mean Spider-Man?
Oh, did I say Batman?
Yeah,
because he has Catwoman, so I'm getting confused.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of similarities.
Oh yes, yep. What a shocker, huh? Marvel and DC have a lot of similarities.
What a shocker! Is that supposed to be a pun?
I didn't actually mean it, but it is. Yeah. Versus a character that we had to look up who this was.
Yeah, this is Joystick.
Joystick. Yes, this is Joystick. Her powers are if she gets a joystick, she can magically transport to the Starship Enterprise.
Check out WebTrack to get that.
But if she dares dance on that Enterprise, may God be with her.
So pretty much she has the standard normal stuff. It looks like superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, agility, reflexes, hand-to-hand combat, expert in hacking, computers, equipped with 2 metal gauntlets that produce 2 energy blue batons. But if I gotta go, I want to go like I'm gonna look at this as powers, but also should we look at how iconic they are as well.
I think so.
I think that is like the cool thing because, like, if that's the case, Black Cat wins. Like, I had no idea who Joystick even was.
Yeah, I think just on iconic status,
She does have
Joystick has no chance.
Joystick has hobbies though, living on the edge and taking extreme risks.
Wouldn't her hobbies be video games? How's that not one of her hobbies?
Well, maybe that's living on the edge.
Sitting on the couch playing a video game. Oh man, I think Black Cat all along for here. I'm not even going to enter Joystick. I'm sure you're a very good villain, but you feel like a newer addition to the Rogues Gallery to me.
She's a former student of the University of Arizona, but Black Cat.
There's a lot more info about it than I realized. All right, next.
Morbius and Hobgoblin.
Oh, so now we got two iconics going against each other here.
Except for the terrible Morbius movie that I've yet to see.
I've not seen it either, but I know it's not good.
I personally go with Hobgoblin.
I'm also going to go with Hobgoblin for this very reason. In the animated series, Mark Hamill did his voice. Also,
little thing, my brother was so big on Spider-Man. He was more, now that I think about it, what a weirdo. He was into the villains more. My mom recreated the Hobgoblin, for a costume for him.
Oh, that's cool.
She mixed the face paint to make it exactly like his. So, well,
that's cool.
And it's funny because that Halloween, I was Batman.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So there you go. But Hobgoblin?
Hobgoblin. I agree. Moving on. Sorry, Morbius. Even as a vampire, you suck.
Lizard versus Black Tarantula.
I'm not super familiar with Black Tarantula. Lizard is another iconic member of the Rogues Gallery. And he's also got that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of deal.
Yeah.
So I think he's a very intriguing, interesting character because when he's the doctor, he's way like he's actually Peter's friend. So you sort of got like a Two-Face thing going on here.
Yeah,
a Harvey Dent in a way. So I'm going to go Lizard here.
Allegedly, the Black Tarantula title has been handed down from father to son for 700 years, but Lizard.
That's beautiful.
Sandman versus Jackal.
Sandman.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy.
I was actually shocked. Jackal's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Spot versus Green Goblin.
All right, let me just say I have a soft spot for Spot.
I knew that was the minute.
I really do like him. He's a very fun villain. And also in the newest animated Spider-Man film, he's actually represented very awesomely. But he's no Green Goblin.
It's Green Goblin.
It's Green Goblin all the way.
What a shocker. Shocker and Tombstone.
No, it's gonna be Shocker for me.
So this is where it gets weird. Like, I think Marvel, I don't know if it was like, let me copy your homework, but not exactly when it comes to things. Because when I see Tombstone, I don't know, it's because I was a big fan of like the Super Powers cartoons.
Oh yeah.
I go right to Solomon Grundy.
Yeah.
But
they're
actually kind of, I think Shocker's probably a little bit more because Sinister Six. I don't know if Tombstone was ever in the Sinister Six, but
I don't know either, but I do know Shocker was.
Let's go with Shocker. We got Electro and Sheik.
Oh man, if I'm going to have a Sheik, it's going to be the Iron Virgin. So,
not Sam's uncle.
That's what I'm thinking of. I'm going to go. It's Electro all the way.
Sheik is a drug dealer / rock groupie who mutants' abilities were activated after a confrontation with Cloak and Dagger. She later became Carnage's girlfriend during Maximum Carnage.
Now, she's pretty hardcore then, I ain't gonna lie, if you can be his girlfriend, but it's Electro.
Yeah. I don't even want to know what's going on in that bedroom.
Yes. No motel is safe.
Yeah. Ooh, Scorpion.
All right, this is a great one.
Scorpion toy was really good, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but that man,
Mysterio.
just the Mysterio's just even character design has always been awesome to me.
Yeah.
And he can trick you in so many different ways. I'm gonna go Mysterio. I'm gonna go Mysterio in this one. And plus, he's a great lucha libre wrestler.
I'll
619, baby.
I'll save it for this one. Black Cat versus Hobgoblin. As we're going through, I gotta go Hobgoblin.
I'm gonna agree. Yep. Hobgoblin all the way.
I don't want to what you're gobbling. Lizard versus Sandman.
It's another good fight here.
Oh, geez. I kind of like Lizard. Like if I gotta pick one that stands out in my mind,
yeah,
I gotta go Lizard. Like you said, like they seem to a lot of times it's very focused on Lizard.
Yeah, I think so. I'll agree. There's a much closer fight there for me.
Green Goblin versus Shocker.
It's Green Goblin.
Green Goblin.
Yeah.
A lot of Sinister Six on this side. Electro versus Mysterio.
Oh, this is another good one.
I actually bought like when they had like the mini ones. I bought the mini Electro because it was also on clearance, but I also like the older Electro costume that is.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, because I'm gonna throw this up on YouTube. If that the costume is as well. I gotta go Electro.
I'm okay with whoever goes here because I like both of these villains. So I'm going to agree with Electro.
I'm trying to think if you said name Spider-Man villains.
Who would you think of first? Yeah, I got you.
Ooh.
Man.
I'm gonna go with more iconic that people would know. I would say Lizard, but I really like the Hobgoblin. I think he just kind of.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, because I know when I was a kid, I'd get confused. The Hobgoblin and the Green Goblin. Too many goblins running around Spider-Man.
Because there was also on the list the Demo Goblin. And
yeah.
Like, well, I'm not putting in two. I mean, I think the last time I checked, they were two different things, but if you got to go iconic, you're going to go Lizard.
Yeah, I think so.
Green Goblin. Between Green Goblin and
yeah, it's Green Goblin. All right, who's coming out of this? And I think we both are going to agree.
Yeah, Green Goblin over Lizard.
Yep, Green Goblin. He's basically the Joker for Spider-Man. So,
yeah.
All right, now we're going to the other side. Who we got here?
J. Jonah Jameson, and I believe this character's name is Kane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go J. Jonah.
I'll go J. Jonah. I had to throw him in here because I had this.
I love it.
I looked at two different lists, and this top 41 that I had, I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. And then all of a sudden I went to another one and it seemed a little bit more creative, and they had J. Jonah Jameson. And I was thinking, you can't do that. But then as I go think a little bit more, he is a Spider-Man villain. He hates him. He wants Spider-Man gone.
He has the power to persuade people using print.
Yeah.
Using the news. Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson. Vulture versus Venom.
All right. Okay. So these are two iconic villains, but it's Venom, right?
It's Venom.
Yeah.
As much as I hate it, but it's Venom.
Mr. Negative is one of those.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure, and the other one is the Rose.
I am not super familiar with the Rose.
Okay, so he is the son of Wilson and Vanessa Fix, took up the identity the Rose to become a rival to his father, and later became Blood Rose to act as a vigilante who openly fought against his father.
So he kind of becomes a good guy. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Which is something kind of happens with Mr. Negative in the video games.
Yeah, I mean Venom is kind of that anti-hero too.
Yeah, that happens a lot in the Spider-Man universe. I'm going Mr. Negative here.
I'll go with Mr. Negative as well. I like Mr. Negative in the Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Ooh, Doc Ock versus Carnage.
Oh, why are you doing this to me?
Oh, I just click fill in spots.
That's all right. I know people love Carnage, and one of my favorite Spider-Man games is, of course, the Carnage one. But Doc Ock to me is the epitome of a Spider-Man villain. I'm very biased here. He's one of my, if you said Johnny named top 5 favorite Marvel characters, Doc Ock is making my top 5. I'm not even going to front. So I think Doc Ock wins here because he's got the intelligence, he's got those arms, and he's also another one of those who kind of goes from good to bad all the time. So.
Yeah, I'll Doc Ock. Maximum Carnage, the only good LJN game ever.
Yeah.
Kraven the Hunter and Chameleon.
Okay. If you play, I don't have a PlayStation, but I did watch the entire playthrough on YouTube of the newest Spider-Man game, and it's a Kraven is the main bad guy in it, and they did such a phenomenal job of using of that version of Kraven that I'm going to pick Kraven here, even though I'm really unsure about that movie. It's coming out soon, but Kraven's going to win for me here.
So because my dad was such a comic book dork, I actually did really, really enjoy the Spider-Man animated series. I pretty much had all the Spider-Man animated series toys.
Yeah.
I gotta give a shout out to the Chameleon toy because it actually came with interchangeable heads.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. But I agree with you with Kraven.
If only Kraven's last name was Moorhead.
Smythe versus Boomerang here. And at first, once again, that Marvel DC thing, and I'm like, wait, Boomer? And I'm like, no, yeah, I think Boomerang is because I was thinking Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
And according to this, it says, can't wait to see what he does as the new leader of the Sinister Six for Boomerang.
Mm.
Former baseball player who became a known criminal as Boomerang after fighting towards some semblance and redemption as a member of the Thunderbolts.
Oh.
And he's the lead of the 7th incarnation of the Sinister Six. It's been a while since I've read a comic.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I don't care who wins in this one.
I'm gonna go with Smythe because he had a pretty cool toy.
All right, that works for me.
Right. This Kingpin. Damn.
Oh, all right. I think Kingpin wins, but I just want to point this out. One of my favorite Spider-Man comics is this Rhino run where Rhino is tired of being considered stupid. So he gets the scientist to make him smart, basically. So he becomes way more aware of stuff, and it ruins his life. And it actually makes you feel incredibly bad for him. And it's an incredible comic book. I just want to point that out. Rhino can be a really interesting character. But just even basing on that, on the current MCU version of Fisk with Vincent, I always say his last name wrong, playing him, he's incredible, in my opinion. One of the best Marvel villains they've had.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to go with Fisk here. Kingpin all the way.
Yeah, I'll go with Kingpin. And because he automatically gets the buy.
Oh, who was it who got the buy? I didn't get to catch it.
Doppelganger.
Okay, yeah.
Jane Jonah Jameson and Venom. I just
love that Jay Jonah's in this fight. It's funny to me.
Sound crazy.
I'm willing to hear you out.
I might have to go with Jay Jonah. And it's not my bias from getting traumatized by my brother, but you
know what I'd equate this to? I'm going to go to wrestling. Jay Jonah is the Bobby Heenan to Spider-Man's Hulk Hogan.
I could see that. Yeah. Like he doesn't actually fight.
But you would dare say, if you were a giant wrestling nerd like me, I would dare say that Bobby Heenan was the ultimate foil for Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. Or I don't want to say his name because of what's going on, but I'll say it anyways. Vince McMahon, Stone Cold.
Yeah.
But Vince McMahon kind of fought Stone Cold, but it's in that way where
right.
I'm going to throw everything at you that I can.
Yeah.
to destroy you. So that's
which is I can sway public opinion, which is pretty big deal in New York. So,
and as a kid, I hated Bobby Heenan. Well, Vince McMahon did that too. The McMahons did that. No.
yeah.
But I'm a big fan of Bobby Heenan now. Didn't like him as a kid, obviously, as he's trying to destroy Hulkamania.
Yeah.
I mean, if you pick Venom, I'll do Venom. But I really
No, you talked me into it.
Yeah, Jay Jonah. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm totally prepared to make people mad. So let's do it. I think a lot of people are going to be so angry right now.
Gary T right there is going to be messaging me or making some comment. Mr.
Right,
Negative versus Doc Ock.
This is Doc Ock. Yeah.
Craven versus Smythe. I would
Craven.
say Craven. I almost said Smythe when I meant Craven. Doppelganger versus
Kingpin.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Kingpin.
Go Kingpin.
Yep.
Jay Jonah versus Doc Ock. Now
It's
hear
Doc.
me out.
I refuse. It's Doc Ock.
Craven versus Kingpin.
Man, this would be pretty sweet.
I would give the edge a little bit more Craven because you could almost give out the argument that, like we kind of mentioned in the MCU and throughout comics, that's more of a Daredevil type of too. Well, I mean,
and Craven is pretty much universally considered a Spider-Man villain completely.
Yeah. Until
I see what you're saying. Yeah, let's do that. Craven.
Until they make that movie.
And we've already made people mad about Venom, so let's look Craven.
There's gonna be so many people that would J. Jonah Jameson over Craven. Most controversial thing ever on this. Doc Ock versus Craven.
It's Doc Ock. I can't wait. We're gonna get so much negative feedback for this Venom losing to J. Jonah Jameson.
Hear us out about J. Jonah. Jay Jonah has been there from like pretty much day one.
Oh man, that's so funny. And was it and didn't and a lot of the stories, Venom's origin has a lot to do with Jay Jonah and his family because his son was an astronaut.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. This is what I thought it was going to come down to anyway. I think these are the ultimate two when it comes to Spider-Man villains. These are the first two that I think of immediately. Green Goblin taking on Doc Ock.
Yes.
I have sheer biasness here. So I'm going to let you decide this because if you let me decide it, it's going to be Doc Ock and I won't even think twice.
I like how you're stepping away, that you're making this.
I think I have to be if we're going to let Jay Jonah beat Venom, I'm going to have to be.
This would be like Jake Delhomme versus any other quarterback for.
Yeah, I'd have to step away.
Yeah. Jeez. I like them both. I'm thinking about everything. Thinking about toys. I'm thinking about
everything. Two incredibly iconic just comic book characters even. Here.
I mean, even when you think of a Spider-Man movie, these are the first two.
That literally were the first two.
Well, they were the first two, but the first two that you think of like, oh, okay, we're going to do, there's going to be a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
The first two. I think this is a Penguin Joker situation. I literally, I hate to like hurt you, Johnny, but I gotta go Green Goblin.
I think if we don't let Green Goblin win after what we did to Venom, we're going to be in trouble anyway. So
I like Doc Ock. I mean, there is always a very coolness about the tentacles and everything else, but
on top of that, there's a very underrated run in the mid 2000s Spider-Man comics where Doc Ock becomes Spider-Man, and it's called he becomes Superior Spider-Man. And I remember thinking I'm going to hate this, and I ended up really loving it because it really added another aspect to Ock there. I'm such a giant Doc Ock nerd. But I think if you say who is Spider-Man's Joker, everybody's going to say Green Goblin.
Yeah.
So I think Green Goblin does win here, despite my biasness. I hate this, but I think you're right.
I'm clicking on it. There he is.
I want you to remember this. The sacrifice I made here today.
There it is. Green Goblin is our winner. I gotta write that down because I'll probably forget it. But I don't think I should because, like I said, this is the guy. And we've mentioned the Joker a lot. Doesn't mean the Joker is gonna win. I mean, we could maybe pick out somebody else, but
you don't know. We don't know.
I mean, we picked J. Jonah Jameson over Venom.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, I'm a giant Mr. Freeze fan as well, so stay tuned for that.
He's probably the most heartwarming, touching character in the animated series, like we mentioned.
Yes. I am not talking about the Arnold version at all. That one does not exist to me.
Don't want to chill you out.
Stalactite, stalagmite.
But there it is. Next week we're doing Batman's Rogues Gallery. And I'll make sure I try and get my count right to get 32 in. But Green Goblin, I think we ended up good. I think Doc Ock stuff would have I would say Doc Ock, Venom is up there, but J. Jonah Jameson, just hear us out on it, people.
I can't wait for people to
have an open mind. Have an open mind.
Oh man, that's why I love us.
Have an open mind.
Also, Venom kind of became Wolverine to me, where he was in everything and he got annoying.
Yeah, like even the guy across the street has a Venom, like giant Venom decal on both sides of his car.
Yeah,
and
I get it. He was cool when he came out, but I've had enough.
It was new. It was something fresh. It's kind of like Carnage, and then after a while, you're like, oh,
yeah.
Never give up on the classics. That's why we started this podcast.
Yep.
Like J. Jonah Jameson.
That's right. Yes.
We will report to you the most unbiased.
Yeah, we'll be completely unbiased. Spider-Man sucks.
Yeah. Maybe that's why maybe this is my Spider-Man kind of like little dislike coming out there is why I J. Jonah Jameson. But that is it. Check us out, YouTube, Facebook, all those social medias. Johnny, got anything else?
No, just make sure you check out what Andrew said. He does a phenomenal job of keeping up our social medias there. So check those out. Got an awesome community there. And let us know. How mad are you about the whole Venom J. Jonah Jameson thing?
With that being said, it's J. Jonah. I'm not even going to do my normal one. Come on, guys. Think about it. J. Jonah Jameson. He's not a good guy.